welcome to San Juan Bautista. And, this is Olga and Connie and Mia. And today we're making machaca. And machaca is dried meat, dried and salted meat. And then it's called machaca because the Spanish word for to pound is to machacar, and so eventually that's what we're going to do with the meat after we dry it and salt it, and when we go to cook it, we'll be pounding on it. So that's why it's called machaca. But it's also called charky, and so that's where our word jerky comes from. And this was a way that you would preserve meat, because of course you didn't have refrigeration, and so you would dry it and salt it, and then it would keep pretty much forever, and then you could take it out and pound it and then eat it, or take it on the trail with you. And so it's very important in the economy of the Californios. And so Olga's going to be cutting it into strips, because we're going to cut it into really fine strips, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And after that, we're going to salt it, and then we're going to hang it up on the string. And we're doing this in the early evening because we don't want the flies to come around or any other nasty little critters and do bad things to our meat. So at nighttime, the flies aren't around, and so that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah, so basically, oh, okay, yeah, I was just putting this a little thinner, but, so yeah, basically I'm just thinning out the meat, just cutting it as thin as possible. And it's better if it doesn't break, but it's kind of hard sometimes not to have it break. But you can cut it like in any shape. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be straight. You just try to thin it out. So it's just really easy, an easy technique. But they a lot of people, when they make carne asada, especially Mexican people, they like to cut the meat like this. This is the way we, like when we make carne asada, we would just thin it out. Basically, you want to try, John? Is that, you want me to cut it thinner, or is that okay? Is that, because I can
Just leave when we cut it.
okay.
The chocolate carne asada.
See what I do.
And you can see how thin she's cutting it. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. And then you can do that by holding the knife flat and then cutting underneath.
Yeah, so it's a little thicker in some areas, and if you really want to get it thin, you can just cut it in those areas a little more, but it's pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty much.
Good enough so we can Cook some carne asada right now, or
Is that enough, or you want me to cut more?
maybe just one more. Then.
And just kind of hold the knife a little bit of an angle, like a little bit, just tilt it a little bit. I think it makes it just a little easier to cut. But other than that, you pretty much just cut right through.
Is that knife really sharp?
Yeah, it is, which is really nice. I think that's it's a little thicker here. Pretty easy, right? Yeah. Have you guys ever cut meat like this? Do you cut meat like this?
No.
No.
We
You-
buy it already cut.
Oh, you buy it. Okay. Wait. So you just it's better, it's easier just to get it already.
Yeah, I just have molly, like,
Yeah.
to get it already. That's just how I've always gotten it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, pretty much. I think.
And what cut of meat is that?
Let's see. We need.
What is it? What kind of meat was this, John?
I think it's round.
Oh.
You know, we'll salt this.
Have you ever had machaca? You make it, or you bought it before?
No, we've only made it once. Right before the pandemic started.
Oh,
We're like, oh, we gotta preserve some meat because we had no idea what was gonna happen.
right. Yeah.
So we made some.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So,
We'll let it sit there for a couple minutes for the salt to soak in, and then we'll hang it up.
Yeah, I just like to see.
Oh, those sound kind of fun to do. Okay. Hope something doesn't come in the night and take it, like the cats.
I think it'd be way too salty for the cats to try to take it.
Probably, yeah.
You know, Bob doesn't like anything that has like it's too salty. Unless it's salami. He loves salami.
Wow. Yeah, it's got quite a bit of salt. You had to put that much salt, John, in machaca? I guess, right? Because that's what.
Yeah, it pretty much ends up being saturated with salt, but then you wash it out.
Oh, so you wash out quite a bit of the salt.
Yeah, and you can wash out as much of the salt as you want.
Oh, that makes it. Once it's dry, you can wash it out, right?
What we'll do after it dries, we'll put it in the fire and cook it real quickly,
So,
and then after that we'll put it in bowl of water and wash it.
Oh, okay.
Wash all the ashes and salt that can come out of it. Which we want to wash it all. Then the salt get on it.
Right, exactly.
It will be pretty salty, but then we'll mix it with other food like potatoes or,
Oh, right,
or eggs or
right. So
whatever
you-
else we might want to mix
So
it
you
with.
eat it with,
So that'll
yeah, that
help.
makes sense.
It's too salty to be.
Right.
We'll leave it until it dries. So probably by tomorrow afternoon it'll be nice and dry. And
It doesn't take very long then.
no, not if the weather is like we'll have a nice warm dry day tomorrow. Crust over and be more resistant to the flies. So when the morning comes, have enough of a crust that the flies won't be able to get into it. So to be continued. We'll make our machaca or eat our machaca in another couple of days.
Yeah, great.
What are you gonna do with them?